Okay.
By the way, Mom, I'm
Wow,
gay!
I found
What's up?
so I found 30 more vials of wyvern poison. No, it's
Nice.
canon.
Hey, Sol, can you do that one more time?
No.
So Elijah, you have been tasked for the past couple of days of using your newfound soul-seeing powers to go through all of the captives from the battle at Villaplanche and kill the ones that are thralls.
Yes.
So you've had a long couple of days, and you're making your way back to um, Bateau, and you are um, on a boat on the river. I don't think I named the river as an aside. What day is today? Today is the 97th.
It is the River of Thebes.
Yeah.
River of
Uh,
Thieves. Oh, nice.
the River of Thieves.
Wow.
All right.
That
So
doesn't
we'll
seem
make it.
like it'd be an official term.
I
No,
mean,
Thebes.
Well,
Thebes.
thieves in French? One
Thebes.
second.
Okay,
Thebes.
Thebes.
Yeah,
Thebes.
Thebes.
Not thieves.
Oh,
Not
thieves. Okay.
Thebes.
like that.
Although the River of Thebes is funny.
There we go.
Where am I looking?
Uh,
Well,
You said
Uh,
like
Bateau?
that. And I'm like, wait, which one am I looking at?
right here.
There it is. Okay, yeah.
works.
I'm looking at a dude with wings
You can
that I
close
kind of
that.
want to cut off and
Look
you
at
know,
this.
Look at this. Look at this.
Look
the
at
River of
me.
Thebes. Yeah, there you go. So there's a guy with wings on his back. I would like to now cut those off and sew them onto my back.
You're not there right now.
Okay.
You're still outside the city. You're coming in. Uh, there's a fog over the town um, as you're coming in, um, and you make your way, I guess, to where do you make your way to first? Do you go to Castle Bateau first, or do you want to go somewhere else first?
Oh, I'm gonna check in my peeps first.
Okay, so you head to Castle Cartier, where you find everyone in the war room together. The rest of the party, along with Isabella, um, the rest of Jacques' children, and two other individuals. Both of whom I think you'd recognize. Um, so you recognize the imp. Um, Degmog is standing on the table,
Okay.
uh, and you see a man that you normally only see in stained glass windows. Oh, you're stealthed?
Always.
Okay.
Whether or not he
Uh,
notices me is one thing, but like I'm always stealthed.
okay.
I don't walk into a room without stealth.
Mm-hmm. And you're walking through the castle, and the fog is very thick around you. Um, it's kind of annoying actually.
Mm-hmm.
Vision is somewhat limited. Um,
Well, except for souls.
yeah, except for souls, which shine out to you as you look at Dagmog the imp. You can see your regular eye and your soul eye are concordant in what they see. Like his soul is his body and his body is his soul. He is made of soul stuff, being a
Mm-hmm.
creature of the outer planes. Uh, and as you look
Perfect sense.
at Niberius Gaul, who I think I showed you earlier,
You did. I want
if
his
you still
wings.
have, you want his wings. Um,
Like to sew them onto my back.
yeah. Um, he is also like that, but maybe looks somewhat like almost insubstantial next to everybody else. Like he's
He's not
partially
really here.
through.
He's kind of here.
No wonder
He's
he didn't take the crumpets. He's fake.
Okay. throwing a dagger at the back of his head is not going to get me the results I want. That's what I'm.
Wait, would I
hearing.
have noticed he's fake with
mean, maybe.
detect magic or anything like that?
I guess you have detect magic up.
It's
'cause
just free.
you-
It's always on.
It
I
is
guess,
free. You
unless
can
I'm
always. You have
concentrating on
specified that's
something
always
else.
on. I'm trying to think what kind of magic you might detect.
Well, I could just, I don't know. I guess I could just see if it's an illusion or something like that.
You have
Weak
detected
ass
no
magic.
illusion magic.
Oh, okay.
Detected that
Um,
weak ass magic.
I mean, detect magic detects any magic.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying his magic's
Yeah.
weak. I'm mocking him preemptively.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have a +8 to Arcana, so I could probably like get a good vibe.
I mean, you're looking at him, and you can look at Degmog next to him, and you can, with your detect magic and your Arcana, you can kind of get the feel that they're made of magic and soul stuff, right?
Hmm.
Like they are very magical beings.
Conjuration.
Um,
Conjuration would probably like.
yeah, conjuration.
Or evocation, like mixed through the two.
Hmm. I mean, but is that what you would detect while they're just kind of like standing there?
For
If they're-
I know what I named them, but I don't want to like co-opt what I imagined them to be. But that's what I would say if I was
Mhm.
just like, oh, what do the saints look like? Oh, a mixture of conjuration and evocation. That sounds weird. Why evocation? Exactly.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, if you want to try and stab him in the back, you absolutely can try. You
I'm not going to quite yet. Just no one
Okay.
else has, and they're
Do you
obviously
remain-
having a conversation when I walk in.
Yeah. Do you remain hidden on the
Oh,
ceiling?
of course.
I'm pretty sure a 23 beats everybody else's passive perception. Except for maybe Aerith. Let me check.
I think it beats Eric's.
Yeah.
I have your passive perceptions written down. Yeah. You also have the highest passive perception.
Yes, I do.
Uh,
I like
actually,
to notice things and not be
I-
noticed.
I need to add Isabella's passive perception here as well.
What is
I need to
course.
improve my perception.
Perception is +6. So your passive is 16.
I need to increase my wisdom.
something happened
Unfortunately.
to the art that you gave her?
Yeah, that's Tika's art.
Oh, okay. I don't know where the armor came from, but I'll take it.
She said it's very light armor.
Sure.
So here, I will show you guys Isabella's
yourself.
new look.
She showed me the process picture, and then I gave some feedback, and then I heard nothing.
Is there like a higher
generated.
res? At this moment, it looks slightly bald? Question mark.
What
She
AI?
is bald.
Can we
yes.
get an AI on
Oh,
this?
okay.
Well, she's not
No.
bald yet.
Tika will reach through the computer and murder you, Rack.
Oh no, I'm joking. It looks.
I know you're
amazing.
joking, but even
Bald,
so,
bald,
I
bald.
know. I'm sorry.
Tika already doesn't like me.
he made a joke about AI, is what he did.
I am sorry.
Jail for Rack.
My apologies.
Jail for Rack for 10,000 years.
Look, I still very much keep Tika's artwork of Rack very close to my heart. I love it.
One of these days I'll afford a commission.
It was not a commission. She was testing something and wanted permission for me to do my character, and I was like, sure.
She needed work drawing dead cows.
No, it wasn't Dead Cow. It was him and his
He wasn't
kids at
dead.
the Dark Moon Fair.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Okay. So you're observing from the ceiling. You can see everybody kind of gathered around this table. We can say that you heard Dagmog make his deal with Jacques, which was for Jacques to go and steal a book for Hell.
Okay.
In exchange for keeping all of Persistence's stuff, including your eye.
Yeah. So you would get to keep his stuff, and they'll also even throw in some troops as well to help with your defensive bateau.
There's a good bit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
The rest of that, you can find me. Let's go.
I mean, he
I'll keep
can.
running. I will never unstealth again.
That won't save you.
Yeah, Hell is pretty famously doesn't leave loose ends like that. You would
You
be
will find
literally
yourself
bedeviled.
in the city of Dis being prosecuted by a giant chicken.
Now, you see, in this city, we do have rules about personal property and loans.
Yeah, you owned his soul, not his stuff.
He
Now they
didn't.
owned his stuff too.
Yeah, Persistence.
That's weird.
Persistence wasn't
They
allowed to have personal property.
Find a book.
Hmm?
Let's go find a book.
All right. So he, having made the deal, Degmog is like, great. I'll give you all of the details of our intelligence that we have. So we actually have a couple of people on the inside that might be able to help you. And one of them provided a map. So let me get the map here. Other documents.
Mips.
Here we go. Show it everyone. And the one thing about this map, I'm stealing it from something else. So where it says Vrakir, that's the prince's quarters, as opposed
Okay.
to Vrakir.
Well, the prince is not called Frekir.
No.
Damn.
Here, I'll show you the
Nice.
prince.
He's Prince Chuckles.
Here we go. There's the prince. So that's who you're stealing from.
Seems nice.
Um,
Oh, somebody else stole a shirt.
yeah. So yes, so the book's location is marked with an X, so it's in his quarters. And the contact that you have inside is named Nepheron. He is a Arcanoloth who is working with Hell. He's currently contracted to. He's working for the prince, but he's not contracted to like defend the hold. He's more like an administrator. So this is him basically selling out his boss to Hell.
Yeah.
And Hell has also, Degmog will explain that Hell has also had a few dealings with the prince as well. And so there are some Iranies that patrol the outer wall of the fortress, but their contract specifically states that they are only responsible for preventing unauthorized people from crossing the wall one way or the other. So as long as you're not trying to do that, they can basically say, point at their contract and say, we don't have to do anything about this.
So
That
if
being,
we
yeah.
go through a gate, does that count? Because we're not
Uh,
crossing the wall, we're going
If you go
through it?
if you go through the gate and you're authorized to go through the gate,
Okay. Can this trader authorize us? Can he give us a piece of paper that says that we're authorized? He technically still
potentially,
works for the guy.
yeah. Degmog can get in contact with him and ask him for that, yeah, for a meeting.
Okay.
And he'll also note that because this is in the elemental plane of fire and not hell, if you do have to kill any of the Iranies for any reason, they won't hold that against you.
Either we authorize or I sneak past them, and once I'm past the wall, I didn't do anything wrong.
Exactly. So then,
based on that contract, depending on how big the wall is, as long as we cross the wall in one action, we're crossed.
without being spotted, yeah.
Well, no, because even if they spot us doing it, if they're not fast enough to intercept us mid-crossing, we're
Well,
crossed.
it's if they witness you crossing, then they're contractually obligated to fight you. But if you're on one side or the other and they don't see it happen, then like how are they supposed to know? They don't have a list of who's authorized or not, right?
Okay.
How
So it's-
tall is the cliff on the eastern side of the fort?
Hold on. Are we discussing this around the Saint?
He was listening to the rest of the conversation previously.
I was
Unless
asking
you
that out
have a
of
way
character,
to
but yes.
remove him from this chamber, then I don't see why it makes a difference.
I'm not saying necessarily that it does or doesn't. It just seems unusual to me to be discussing these things around one of his affiliation.
No, real question. Does he stop me from touching his wing?
Are you trying to sneak up to him and touch his wing?
Nope. I started talking, so like I'm not even thinking. I just walk up and like start slowly reaching out a finger to touch his wing.
Ooh, feathers.
He looks at you as you're doing this. And he just kind of raises an eyebrow. Your finger makes contact with the wing. He's not doing anything yet. Where do you
Nice.
go from here?
Nowhere. I just
It
walk
is now
away.
an act of war.
I just want to touch.
He's just like, wait a minute. I don't think I would. I don't know what to do. I don't think I would have gotten this far.
Like a dog chasing a car. What not to do if I got one?
Well, no, I wanted to see what they feel like, so I could start trying to figure out how to mount them to my back.
Just sew them on and make yourself a Frankenstein angel.
There you go. Whatever it takes, right?
There are too many people.
He
in
was
this
trying to
party.
be a one-winged angel.
Love it.
There's far too many people in this party who saw
Except
this
for Bob.
man and whose first immediate thought was involved mounting.
Gotta do it. You gotta go in, Drac.
At the very least, I can make a
Except me,
cloak.
Rob.
So to answer your question, Lev, the wall on the eastern side is the side of a mountain. So it goes up like a couple miles.
But is it sheer vertical, or could someone who could climb vertical surfaces go around it and bypass the wall entirely?
Even if it's sheer, I just walk.
Yes, but if it is sheer, then you would pass over the wall. If it is at a slight incline, you can pass in a space that is not near the wall.
I mean, it's a mountain, so it's like it's not completely vertical. It is a slight slope. So there is theoretically a workaround there, yeah.
If this is a simple theft mission, I do not see the point of putting all of us into the fort when one person who is very sneaky should have a higher success rate of grabbing it and getting out.
I mean, yeah. This is exactly what I was thinking.
There is no
I was just trying
world
to
in
find out
which
a way
my
to get past
father
the
would be
wall.
able to abscond with this book in his unstealthy state.
He has a point.
At most, y'all could go be a distraction. As long as you don't try to cross the wall, you can hook stuff at it.
Do they require any sort of musical appreciation?
Ooh, hey, here's another rules lawyering idea. Does blowing up the wall count as trying to cross it?
What get you detected?
That's not in the contract, no.
It's not. And if there's not a wall
There
left,
it is. Can't be caught crossing the wall if there's no wall.
Degmog will pipe up to you. I should mention there are other guards. It's not just the Iranese.
Well, of course there are other guards.
What if we blow up these guards?
I mean, it's your heist mission.
Oh wait,
What if
So
we
it's-
just blow
Wait,
it
how
all up?
how flammable is
so
this?
so
book
I'm
that you're
gonna
doing?
I'm
It's
gonna
in
rule
the
of
plane
warriors
of
well with
fire,
Nash.
Elijah. It is probably very unflammable.
Okay, we blow up the whole castle and find it in
If
rubble.
well, my thing is like if we can't be caught crossing the wall, but I mean, what if we are just like let in?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that was the.
Successful.
If we get a piece of paper that says that we're allowed to go in from the trader, then you can all just walk in while I'm scaling and
Yeah.
going my route.
There, I believe, is also the fact that part of the reason we were convinced to take this request was the presence of numerous dragonborn slaves who are also in the keep that we could potentially free. I
Oh, yeah,
believe
y'all
this
deal
was
with that.
something you wanted to do, Minsk.
Hey, y'all deal with that. I'll go get the book. I'll meet up with you.
I would say that I am the sort to seek to free slaves where they are, regardless of species. But this makes it even more up my alley.
Okay.
I
Let's do this, then.
believe most of us causing a distraction, including freeing of the slaves, while Elijah sneaks in and steals the book, would be a prudent strategy.
Could be fun.
How long will this heist take?
20 minutes.
In, out, 20 minutes
Did you just say
tops.
20 minutes? In and out? Gods.
20-minute adventure.
Should be quiet.
There are many bard tales about such adventures. They are all longer than 20 minutes.
Well, of course the
Well,
songs are. Bards
I
love to
prefer
sing.
this to be shorter. I have other things I want to do than some silly book kidnapping.
A book napping.
I'm gonna lick it.
I would caution against licking
What if
the
you just
book of
ate the
vile
whole thing?
darkness.
I would certainly say I should not awaken it either.
I don't think you could do that. I don't think it's a valid target. Like a computer is one thing, but also it might already be awake.
I suppose we will find out in due time.
I'm gonna ask it questions.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
So the plan is to have Elijah sneak in along the mountain while the rest of you go in through the front door.
Yeah,
Yep.
with a letter of invitation.
We could send Elijah in to receive the letter, come back out, give it to us, and then we make the distraction while he sneaks in through the mountain again.
Yeah, yeah. If he can't meet us outside for some reason, that works.
So here is the proposal. Elijah goes in, makes contact, gets a letter, brings it to us, goes back in, frees the slaves, then goes to the book, while the slaves and us create a distraction that frees the slaves.
Yeah, as long as the slaves aren't impossible to free by myself, that'll work. If they
You
look too
can
heavily
bring
guarded, I'll just go for the
Persistence'
book,
sword.
which would be helpful. Absolutely. But don't count on a guarantee that I'll free the slaves, depending on the guard presence.
We will leave
Walking
that
out with
choice up to
something
your
simple.
discretion.
How are we getting there?
So there is a portal at the Tower of Brands that you can take.
Cool. I'm gonna go fire up the ship. Walk over and pet Feather before I leave, though, and then go fire up the ship.
Do you have any thoughts, Saint Turn?
Wait, what did you call him?
Oh, not Turn, sorry, Gaul. Saint
Wait,
Gaul.
are you the great Saint Terran?
The character I based him on was named Nibiri's Turn, and I forgot that I gave him a different last name.
Okay. Let's see. Niberius kind of strokes his chin for a moment, his beard, and just thinks, going in with a letter seems like a good idea, but I imagine that the prince will have some powerful guards in his fortress. I'm not sure if sending off one of your number alone will do it.
Elijah, if you encounter any resistance you feel you could not safely overcome, please meet back up with the rest of us, and then
Oh,
we
of
shall
course.
push through by force.
Like I said, if somebody sees me, I'm gonna dip.
Okay.
Isn't there also somewhat of a chance to reconnoiter this place before we completely invest ourselves in a particular course of action?
I believe that can be achieved as part of Elijah getting the letter.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you guys are planning on just like waiting outside for Elijah while he goes in, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah, while you're here, let's see. I have your name in the book, just in case something happens. Oh, is he gone already?
I'll go
does
write my
that.
name in the damn book.
I'm here.
Thank you. Let's see. I gotta keep track. Who's in here? Well, I gotta write it down. Let's see here.
If only you had some kind of book.
Well, I lost the last page. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, this is where I keep my teleport. Oh, I do. Oh, Elijah's already. Oops, sorry, you're already in here. Let's see here. You brain girl. Jock's daughter.
My name is Isabella.
You,
This body's name is Isabella, yes.
Isabella. You sign this right here, would you?
Of
You
course.
seem useful for
I've
having in a book. Yes.
put Isabella's name in the book.
Surprised your
There we go.
go-to was Brain Girl, not Slughead. But you know,
Look at
I do not have a slug in my head. That was not their goal with me. Did you say something or?
No.
Okay.
no. Elijah has wandered off to the ship now.
Okay. So you guys board your ship and fly to the Tower of Brands, and then on through the portal inside it. Your ship it's big enough for your ship. Into the plane of fire, and then Degmog can give you directions from there to land somewhere nearby the hold, and then you guys can head out. So we'll move you guys to here.
Put the parking brake on whenever we get out.
Right. And Degman's like, so yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna.
Sorry, I also brought a small contingent of guards to watch the ship while we're gone.
Sure. And Degmog says, all right, so I'm gonna stay here, right? So once you deliver the book to me, your part of the contract will be fulfilled, and you will have your magic items and reinforcements. Got it?
Is it true this plane is home to the great vampire Chocovella and his money laundering schemes?
I am not at liberty to say.
Okay. I just heard he was held up in the elemental plane of fire. I don't know if you remember this joke.
Yes, Count Chocula, played by what's his name, the Mandalorian with the magical child,
That's right.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. That's him.
What?
Remember more of the joke than I do.
I don't. What?
It's a whole thing. Moving on to the keep.
You weren't here for it, child. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so you can see there's a kind of a ridge. You can sneak up and get a look at the fortress overlooking it. You can see that it's basically sitting in like a confluence of two rivers of lava flowing out of the volcano from above. So there's basically a river of lava all the way around it. And you're gonna have to cross one or the other of them if you want to actually get or cross the bridge if you want to get to the
I
the
like this
fortress.
statue. This looks quite nice. I'm taking some notes.
So Elijah, you're the one that's going ahead. How are you gonna play this?
Quietly.
Quietly. Where are you going to try and infiltrate the fortress from? Are you gonna try and just cross the bridge somehow, or come in from the volcano, or what's going on?
So probably more toward the volcano side, not toward the bridge. The bridge is just too obvious of a choice. I'm
Mhm.
also, like we were saying, gonna try to find a spot where I'm technically on the mountain, not touching the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Elijah,
could-
would you like the flight spell, or is that too obvious?
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Could be worthwhile.
And I guess if you want any tag-alongs, but maybe that's just dead weight for you.
That's dead weight.
Okay. Here you go. Well,
Okay.
I guess we'll do it when your plan is complete. See here.
Okay.
Okay.
I roll terrible on stealth.
It's a good thing that your floor is a 23.
My floor is a 23.
So you
I thought the floor was lava.
Stop it.
floor is lava. That's true.
My
It's a
floor is
good one,
perfect.
child.
Okay, so we're gonna make a very important perception check. Okay. So I will put your token on the field where you're coming in. PCs, New Dawn, Elijah. So, and I'm gonna put. Everybody else is just gonna be able to see. All right. Well, I guess it's fitting. Nobody else will be able to see. So we'll put Elijah here.
Well, we have free time and I have fly. It's just going over the wall that's bad, right? Can I just fly on the outside of the walls? I want to inspect the walls. I want to
Yeah.
note its architecture and maybe see if there's any hidden entrances. Let's see here. I don't know. I guess I'll just hit the Mason's tool button. How do I use this thing again? I don't know. I'll just roll a 1d20. And we'll
Yeah.
start from there.
19's pretty good, and you're proficient, right?
Yeah, I got proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
So plus 4?
Yeah. So it looks like this fortress was carved out of the side of the mountain. It's a solid block. And in fact, as you're flying around, you can see down into the yard, and you can see the Dragonborn laboring away in the prison yard, actually masoning giant blocks of stone, apparently quarried to be transported elsewhere.
Ooh.
And then Elijah, you are flying in low down the side of the mountain. You have crossed the wall without crossing the wall, and you can look. You look down. You've got a couple of things you can see kind of close by. You can see a man standing outside of one of the buildings, kind of standing guard over here. And you can see in the lava pool below the um, giant statue head that it's drooling lava into, um, there is a dragon who has not spotted you.
Well, that's good. I assume this dragon is friendly to the people around it because it's not murdering the people.
It does not appear to be murdering the people. You do remember that on the map it said that the courtyard was patrolled by a dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this is the only way in without risking demon troops being mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that guy there. Really a good way around him. Not really anything to hide on up here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Remember, you also have the map that you can reference if to plan out your route. Here, I'll show it to you again.
Oh yeah. Cells are way up there. So the book itself is into the mouth.
Yes. So if you look, you can see there's let's see, it's one, two, three, four entrances to the main underground section of the hold. Right? There's one that is through the barracks, down way down below you on the other side of the fortress.
Yeah.
There are two in the buildings on either side of that pool that leads
Storerooms.
down into the storerooms. That's right. And then there is you can also potentially go through
The eyes.
the mouth.
Or the mouth itself.
Yeah, past the eye of the Ifrit, which the map does not elaborate on what exactly that is.
Okay. So little
Make
imp
some
dude
insinuation.
little imp dude made contact. Where am I supposed to be meeting my contact?
In the part of the map labeled "My Office."
Okay, well, time to make it our way over to the mouth, I guess. I'm just gonna be going up to the head so I can actually get
Mm-hmm.
cover, like crawling around on the neck, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna get basically in the shadows under the skull and just be making my way around under like the edge of the chin, like it in the shadows of the statue itself.
Okay.
Hoping that the dragon happens to be looking away from me.
Yeah. Well, he rolled a 12 on his perception, so you can see he's splashing in the lava like he's taking a bath.
Okay,
He's got
well then,
a metal toy boat that he's playing with.
I'm at the mouth, so let's slip inside.
Okay.
Or, peek my head around first, make sure there's nobody right there.
Um.
I haven't, like, stood up yet, I'm just peeking my head
Yeah.
in.
Okay. So let me go
Do I
ahead
need to
and
make a perception check?
no, you're not going to need to make a perception check. So let me put your token in the right spot here. And then I will move you to this map. So you kind of can I oh how do I move you again? Do I don't want to locate you. I want to move you. do it this way. Let's regroup all. And we'll. There we go. Okay. Nope, I need to go there. So you are. Yes, please take me there now too, please. Roll 20, please.
Roll 20, please.
Okay, I could go there. Now I can go here. Okay, cool. All right, I'm finally here. So you peek in, and you spot a beholder, and you can feel one of its eye rays just go right over you, like it's anti-magic cone. Like a couple of your hairs on the top of your head feel a little bit less magical for a few seconds, as its gaze just barely misses you, as it's floating around, keeping watch in this area.
Okay, I'm gonna back up. We're not going that way. Oh.
I wish I just could see through Elijah's eyes. This is quite entertaining.
Okay, well the barracks are going to be crowded with guards. There's no going through the barracks. My best option is the storeroom. Obviously I can't like physically see things like my character can. What
Sure.
would I think looking at it are the chances that I can one get across this open ground to that, to either one of the storerooms?
Mm-hmm. You're pretty fast. And you can start from like in the shadows underneath the face. So I'm just gonna say that it's gonna be your stealth versus his. He'll get a perception, you'll get a stealth, and if you beat him, and you can see you've got a 13, you can't roll lower than a 10, and he has +8, and he can roll lower than a 10. So basically, if you beat him, you can just you time it right when he's distracted, and you make it.
Okay, we're gonna go for the storeroom then.
All right, go ahead and roll. All right. You manage to time it right so that you sprint across the gap and slip in through the door while he's looking the other way for something, maybe his soap or something, and you slip into the storeroom undetected.
Yeah, I figure the northern storeroom might see a little bit less use because it's on the other side of lava. So, okay, we're gonna peek our head down the stairs, I guess.
Okay. Let me put you.
I'm actually gonna circle around to like that side over where people wouldn't be looking for someone to be coming down, and then peek my
Mhm.
head around.
Okay. So I'll move you. I really don't like having to put you back onto the other page real quick, but here you are.
Yeah,
So you
there's
can
little
see
layers
stairs
to
going
this.
down.
Okay, well, we'll be on the ceiling.
Okay, you're on the ceiling. You've got that
Why is my
23
character
still
so
rolling.
tiny?
It's because this map is on a 10-foot square scale.
Massive.
Yeah. So that is unfortunately, that's just the map that I have.
Okay, well, let's pop open the door.
Okay, let me. Come on. I'm gonna make this big. There we go. Okay. So this appears to be a storeroom. You can see boxes and crates are neatly stacked along one wall of the chamber, with some iron braziers providing light and spare furniture lined up against the opposite wall. So you can open up some of the
What's in the
crates.
boxes? Yeah.
Yeah. You find, among other things, 12 20-pound crates of fine silk, which you estimate would be worth around 1,000 gold each.
If
Uh,
only Elijah was here.
If persistence, yeah. If
Oh, wait,
persistence would
oops.
hear, he would be very excited about this find.
Elijah, listen to me. I know, but it compromises everything we stand for. I need
Okay,
to
what's the
sleep
what's the
comfortably.
what's the weight on the silk?
Each crate is 20 pounds.
How much does a bag of holding hold?
Let me look. I think you might be able to get all of it.
Oh, we're gonna be so dripped out.
Because I have an empty bag of holding for exactly things like this.
The bag can hold up to 500 pounds.
While I'm sitting here, I got Persistence's
so-
bag of holding. I also intended to make a bag of holding, and I think
So
that
that's-
was
yeah,
so long
so-
ago.
So that's only 240 pounds. So you can fill up half your bag of holding with these
Oh, done.
12 20-pound crates.
Done. Those are all going in the bag.
So that's 12,000 gold worth of silk. And you also find another chest with blocks of fine incense, which is like super fancy, and you would estimate worth about 250 gold pieces each.
Cool.
So
How
six
much
six
does the bag
blocks
weigh?
of that. We'll say 10 pounds.
Cool.
So you've
250
got room in your
pounds,
bag.
half my bag. There's half my bag of holding. Put all that in my bag. Do you mean to just pretend I've sold that so I can just add gold to my character real quick, or do you mean to hold on to it all?
Unless you want to use it as actual trade goods, yeah, you can just count it as gold that you found.
Okay, how much was that again?
It was, let's see, 12,000 for the silk, and then 250 times 6, 1,500. So 13,500 gold total of
Cool.
stuff.
I now have almost 15,000 gold on my account. Cool. We're gonna keep slipping by if that's everything I see of
Okay.
worth.
Yep. All right, you open the door out into a hallway.
Okay, if I remember right, those stairs should go up toward the office, right?
That's right. According to your map, that door should lead to Neferon's office.
I'm stuck.
Oop, are you
Oh,
stuck?
no. Elijah's in danger.
How's that? Are you unstuck now?
He's been trapped already.
I seem to be. Okay, yep, we're gonna wander up to the office.
Okay.
Man, I just want to nestle myself in the throat of the beautiful statue.
Okay. All right. So you open up the door into a well-appointed office, decorated with fine paintings on a couple of the walls, depicting an array of otherworldly landscapes. At its center is a heavy desk engraved with fiendish figures, and seated at the desk is a slender bipedal creature wearing a red robe, sparkly ring, and a fez. The creature has the head and tawny fur of a fox. He looks up at you and he says, if you want an audience with the prince, he's busy. You'll have to come back later.
No, Neferon, I just want an audience with you.
With me?
And our letter of invitation.
Oh. He taps his nose.
I just grin at him.
Let me get you a picture. Here's what he looks like.
Yes.
Thurvis
Completely
is the
trustworthy.
second character art of a fox you've shown us this session.
What? Oh, you're talking about the saint.
Everyone else laugh, please. No. Why?
Okay, so I get
I
my
use
letter of
minor
invitation
illusion
from
to make a cricket sound.
this.
Um,
So as you're writing that letter of invitation, what exactly is through both of these doors?
both of these doors.
Yes.
Well, that way is my own private office, and or my private chambers, and he points to the door to the north. And through there is the passage to the prince's audience chamber.
And past that, his
Mhm.
quarters, I do
His
believe.
his second Jerazun is currently holding court in there. And then yes, on to his chambers. If you need an escort, I can give you one.
So, if you were to escort me, I could get into his chambers?
Uh, well, anywhere that I could normally go.
So you
And
cannot get into his chambers by yourself.
yeah, no, and I can't take it. I am contractually obligated not to take any direct action against him.
No, of course. But walking next to someone isn't direct action.
That's right.
Opening a door into his private quarters might be.
Sure.
But if you were to, say, walk with me around the courtyard, everyone would assume that I was meant to be here.
That's right.
So you could say, go on a stroll, I happen to be next to you, all the way to the slave quarters.
Mm-hmm.
I do actions completely unbeknownst to you. And
Of
we walk
course.
all the way back here.
Yeah.
Interesting. What is the guard presence at the slave quarters?
Oh, the Durgar run the slave quarters.
So decent numbers, I assume.
Yeah, decent numbers.
And not any way for me to go cut some locks without someone noticing, because they're probably being watched.
Yeah, most of them are out in the yard right now. Let's see. I think all of them except for Yug.
Who's Yug?
He's an ogre. He's currently in solitary confinement.
So definitely hard to get to him, but
Yeah.
worth it if we can.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way for me to get the slaves free without significant backup.
No. I mean, are you here for the book or the slaves?
Oh, definitely the book. It
'Cause-
just sounds fun to make everyone go run into the courtyard and fight slaves.
Oh, okay, sure.
Of course I'm here for the book.
Makes sense.
Oh, plus anything else valuable in his office.
Of course.
Rogue at heart.
Okay. So this gentleman holding court, does he plan to do that all day, or is there a time that no one's in front of those quarters from your office between here and there?
I mean, the salamanders stand guard continuously. They have a rotation. But yeah, I mean, if you come back at night, then Jerazun would be back in his chambers resting.
So then it would just be the salamanders to get past, unnoticed, past his sleeping form to the book. I assume there's no sneaky way to get past these salamanders, though, that you can think of. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically. Let me double check.
Because at the moment, my only thought is to go above his chambers, cut a hole through the ceiling
Mm-hmm.
upstairs in the open courtyard in front of everyone, fall down into his room, get the book, and run away. Which I don't hypothetically like the sound of that plan. This is all underground.
Mm-hmm.
There's not windows.
Yeah, you have to
Like a
tunnel
vault
through solid
does.
rock. Yeah.
Oh.
Um, what is that room?
So my current thought then,
Mhm.
and of course you know this place better than I do, so hypothetically, if you were to walk
Yeah.
down to the gates after giving me, of course, this letter invitation, and I were to meet you at the gates and you were to greet me as an old friend and walk with me through the gates, we wouldn't be challenged significantly.
No.
Could you walk us, say, all the way back to your office?
Yeah.
That puts us all here. Then all we have to do is get through 2 rooms and hold those rooms until everything dies. Rather than being in an open courtyard and, slaughtered.
Yeah, I imagine you wouldn't want that.
Yeah, the open courtyard with the dragon doesn't sound like a great day to me.
Mhm.
Yes, whenever you finish with my
You
letter
want
of
to do that?
invitation, I think I'll go for a walk and you can wander out toward the gate here in a bit and we'll meet you there.
All right.
I think that's our best option because there's no way for me to get past everything I've been seeing alone, unfortunately. I'm afraid, yes, I'm going to need an audience.
All right. Well, I just finished my letter. So here you go. You take that. I will meet you out front.
Okay, well, we're gonna stroll off then and try to make our way back to the party with this plan. Because that's
Okay.
the way I see us getting deepest, fastest,
Uh-huh.
without being slaughtered and having every single slave slaughtered in a massive uprising all at once.
Mhm.
Because then at least, like, as the guards walk away, maybe they'll take their chance. But, like, if we just start freeing slaves in the middle of the courtyard, the dragon's just gonna fry everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way back up top.
Mhm.
Let me move you.
Yeah, if you just want to move me, I'm just
Yeah.
slowly clicking my way across the dungeon here.
So you will be up
Do
here.
we just want me to make a stealth check?
Yeah, just make a stealth roll. Um,
Everyone cross your fingers.
oh no.
Fuck. Okay, we are immediately dropping
Oh,
stealth. We are action, bonus action,
You don't
going
know that you
wild.
everything.
failed.
dashing.
You don't know that you failed. That's metagaming.
Well, yeah,
Uh,
but the moment the dragon stops playing with his toy, because he's been playing with his
Alright.
toy this entire time.
Wait for that.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Yeah.
I told him he needed to go for a walk. Why isn't he just with me?
Because he's meeting you out front.
Yeah, but he has to go up here to walk to the front.
No, he doesn't.
Oh,
In fact, this is out of his way.
Shit. That would have been a great plan.
Yeah, you could have had him walk
Alright.
you out, but you didn't.
Fucked up.
Okay, well, I mean,
Cool. All right, kids, we're going wild.
how far stealthing across is it before I notice the dragon to stop playing with his toy?
He got a nat
Pull
20,
your
so I'm gonna
stealth.
say you open the door. And he's facing that way, and he just looks at you and says, "You, I don't recognize you. What are you doing here?"
Invitation.
Well, I was seeking an audience. Unfortunately, I've been told I need an appointment. And I hold
Yes.
up the letter. I hold up the letter of invitation, and I'm like, I was trying to seek an audience, but apparently I don't have an appointment yet, and I have to come back later.
He squints at the letter. Go ahead and roll persuasion or deception.
Okay.
Yeah, dealer's
Um,
choice.
Yep. Can I get advantage for the invitation?
It is a legitimate invitation.
It is a legit invitation from an advisor.
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm going to. I'll allow advantage for your prop. Yeah. He he kind of squints at the letter, uh, and he looks at it, looks at you, and says, Well, I don't think you would have been allowed in here if you weren't allowed in here this far.
Of course not. Look at all the guards.
And you do have a letter of invitation. Uh, so I don't know exactly where you're planning on going, though. Like, how are you
Well,
are you planning?
What do you
You're-
mean?
you're-
I was just going to leave, and then he
You're
told
just
me to
gonna-
come back later.
Yeah, you got to go through the gate, though. I can't let you just fly out of here. That's my whole job.
But why not? I can
Uh,
fly.
Nobody's
I was.
nobody's allowed to fly out of here without explicit authorization. So
Who do I need to talk to have authorization to be a
you
fly?
gotta um
Because I can go back
I mean
downstairs and have him write me an authorization to fly.
uh who?
And I already forgot his name because I'm terrible with names.
Neferon.
I can. I mean, I can go speak to Nephron and get an authorization for flight if I need to, sir.
He puffs up his chest in his lava bathtub and is like, "Yeah, you go get authorization and then you can come back."
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna walk back downstairs and go get an authorization for flight.
Yeah. Nephron, when he hears you tell him what happened, he just buries his face in his hands, just like, I don't know why he thought it would be a good idea to hire that dragon. He's the stupidest dragon I've ever met. And I've met some stupid dragons in my time.
And he's fairly perceptive, as far as seeing people, at least.
Yeah. Um,
If
I
there was
mean,
an ogre in the courtyard, it wouldn't have been a problem.
yeah. I mean, it's probably just because of who his father is.
His father.
Big
Hmm?
Jimbo.
You said who's his father?
Erichthonius's father?
Yeah.
It's you probably Dragon, you probably haven't heard of him. He's from Jajatua. His name's Grozny.
Oh, actually, I have heard of him. Pretty
Hmm.
serious fellow. What are the terms of that contract
Which contract?
with the dragon in the courtyard?
Well, it's
He
his
was a
job.
hireling.
Yeah, it's his job to make sure that nothing flying comes in or out without authorization. Um, so, you know, the Irenes have the walls. He's got all the air above the walls. Um, the Durgar in charge of the slaves. The Eye of the Ifrit is in charge of the space right in front of the audience chamber. Uh, Yeah, it's lots of different teams covering different areas, and they're kind of siloed. I've told the prince that he needs to get a more integrated defense force, but he just won't listen to me.
Okay.
He likes them distrusting each other.
So obviously the guards and the walls can't be bought. Those contracts are ironclad.
That's
Are
right.
any of these other contracts
Negotiable.
transferable, negotiable?
I mean, my contract's magically enforced.
Of course.
The Irenes are also magically enforced because, it's hell. They like to do that.
Yeah. They would force their contracts to be enforced, even if
Right.
the other person didn't want to. Yes.
Exactly. I mean, the Durgar are just loyal to him for his coin. So
Absolutely.
I don't, and but the Salamanders are kind of true believers,
Yes.
I never understood what his deal was. Their deal, its deal.
I don't.
It's
I
kind
don't
of
want.
it.
I
It's
don't want it to
inscrutable
come.
to me.
Yeah. What about the dragon though?
The dragon. Well, I mean, his dad told him that he needed to do a good job, so I don't. I think he's gonna do whatever it takes to make his dad proud.
What's a good job though? Because I think I'm gonna have a conversation with him on the way out.
Okay.
Okay. So how much coin do you think it would take to buy the entirety of the Duergar off?
Hmm. That is an interesting question. Um. I'm trying to. Me as the DM. I'm simulating in my head. I'm trying to figure out.
What it would take to just buy off this portion of your campaign? Yeah.
I mean, considering you just came into a whole boatload of wealth.
Right. I'm currently sitting on 15 grand. And who knows what else is in that storeroom, the other storeroom.
Yeah. Well, you'd have to negotiate with their leader. I can take you to him. He would be in the Duergar barracks now.
Okay. Would he be angry at trying to be bought at us trying to buy him off? You think?
Probably
You know
not.
him.
He's pretty mercenary.
Okay, well how about this? I'm going to go up, talk to the dragon, fly back to my friends. You're gonna come let us all in the gate. Maybe we'll go have a conversation with him on the way up to the keep.
All right.
Okay, well, I'm gonna walk upstairs, talk to the dragon, fly back to my friends, and we'll have a conversation in a bit when we see you at the gate. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna walk back upstairs, talk to the dragon.
Okay. You walk back upstairs. Eric is sitting in his pool, playing with his toy boats, making little noises with his mouth. You're not sure how he's doing that because he's a dragon, but he is. And he looks up when you come walking out and he says, "All right. So did you get that authorization?"
And Elijah's going to come up to the edge of the pool, give him his most stately bow as a noble son, and said, "My apologies, Your Highness. I was not aware of your station," and holds out the authorization to him.
You can see the dragons. Dragons have eyebrows, don't they?
Yeah,
Why not?
the scaled ridges
Yeah.
above their eyes.
Yeah, there's his eyes go wide, his eyebrows raise up really high. He's like, uh, "You know who I am?"
I was informed. I apologize that I spoke to you so crassly before. I
Fine.
was not aware.
Finally, some respect. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah, and he just kind of glances at the authorization. You can tell he's not really looking at it too deeply.
Yeah, of course.
He's just
I
like,
already had one valid one. He knows I'm good.
yeah. He says, "All right, it all looks good. You're all clear to fly on out of here."
I will, but if you would beg me a moment to speak to you before I go,
Mm-hmm.
I've heard fantastic tales of your father and his massive kingdom.
Yes.
It it just confuses me why you, being his son, would serve another and not,
Well,
take his slaves for your own as your father does.
it's my dad. He wants me to help him out with his schemes, and I really want to impress him.
Of course, but wouldn't starting your own kingdom and reinforcing his do more for that?
I mean, I don't know. My dad's pretty smart.
Oh, he's fantastically brilliant and powerful, and
Yeah.
but it it just confuses me why he would have you serve another. That's all.
I mean, I don't really serve him. Like, sure, I'm helping him out, right? But that's what nobles do for each other.
Well,
Right.
yes, when you're
Trade
getting.
favors, if you will.
And what are his favors for you?
Hmm.
What does he give you in this
Is his?
exchange?
I mean, um. Well, he's my dad.
No, not your father. What are you getting for serving here for this noble? Could you not serve another noble and do your father greater good?
I don't know. I feel like if I could, then Dad would have already thought of that.
And he is quite busy. He might not have thought to send you a letter yet, or a message.
He does not write me very often. That's true.
It. All I'm saying is you may consider making strides of your own.
Show some initiative.
Absolutely. I mean,
Well,
House Dumont, of course, would find great use for your service.
Oh, you're a human noble?
Absolutely.
I don't know. A dragon noble working for a human noble doesn't sound quite right to me. I mean, with the
Well,
Ifrit, at least it's another like primordial being, right? There's some like equivalency there of like status and power. But
yeah.
you're very small. Did you know that? You're very small.
So as he does that, I really hope this works out. I'm gonna sleight of hand, and I'm gonna take a sip of one of those potions.
Okay.
And so of course that's gonna cause like the spectral, bony shadow wings to split out of my back.
Right.
Okay, he notices me take a sip of something.
Yeah, he sees you take a drink.
And I
Make me
the blood dribbles out of the corner of my lip.
yeah. Hey, why are you drinking a potion? Is that how you're gonna fly out of here?
Well, it helps, but it's not potion. It's blood.
It's
And
blood.
I'm gonna
What are
open my
you, some
mouth and
kind of vampire?
show him the fangs. And
Oh, you
well,
are some kind of vampire.
I'm not exactly human anymore.
Hmm.
So humans, of course, that your father would not allow you to serve a human, or work alongside one, or take benefits from one. But I'm not exactly human anymore.
I see. That does change things. Um, I mean, if I wasn't stuck here, maybe I could do it. I mean, my dad hasn't told me what I should do if it doesn't work out here for whatever reason. So like, I don't know. Um, and
And
I don't
your
want to disappoint him.
your contract, that's only to stop people who fly, correct? If someone were to walk in and relieve you of this duty, that wouldn't violate your contract, of course.
No.
Interesting.
If I was released from the contract, sure.
Well, there won't be anyone else flying here today but me, and I look forward to having a conversation with you later.
All right.
And of course, Your Highness, it's been a pleasure. And then he's gonna levitate and fly up over the mountain.
Okay. Yes, you fly back to the rest of the party, and I assume relay everything that happened to them.
Yep. And I'm gonna
You
look
won't
at
make-
Minx and I'm gonna be like, look, you're gonna have to get real cool with something real quick.
I
Draw through
believe the
thumbs up
last
there.
time. He's gonna freeze up for a moment.
As I knew he would.
He's just gonna
Now-
kind of like examine you, just mouth closed.
Now,
Stoll.
before I get too deep into that, though, Grozny's idiot son, who does not know his father is dead, is up there.
I'm going to admit this one threw me for a loop. He has a son
I believe he has
who is
multiple.
Yeah,
an
several.
idiot.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
that.
one's-
No, he
This
had
one's a moron.
yes. It's more that the Dracanitariat thought that they were all accounted for in some manner or another, knowing where they are in some way. And an idiot.
Yeah,
That is unusual. The
I'm pretty
last
sure his father put him here because of that.
which is interesting. The last time we heard of one of his innocent sons, sorry, I said innocent, I mean idiot sons, he became more or less. Grozny decided to reacquire his bodily material to try again. So this one he either likes for some reason or doesn't think would have suited his palate at the time.
Well, this one's
This
quite
is
sweet.
very, very unusual. So we're here to kill him?
No, no. See, he doesn't know his father is dead, and I may be attempting to acquire his services.
This better not turn into another Illithid type situation.
Oh, also, we're going to try to buy off the entire mercenary force and take them home with us.
Well, that does ring
We're doing
true. Capitalists are forever beholden to their currencies, as we are all aware.
I'm gonna look it
Did
over
you
at Jock and be like,
secure the-
how would you like to go home with a mercenary force and possibly a dragon? And
Did
a
you
book.
secure the book?
Oh, that's not happening by myself.
Grand.
There's
Wow.
literally no chance. I can send you my corpse if I try. Via slow mail.
Well, I have a little bow.
The corpse or the mail?
Well, he's sending a present in
Didn't
the
say
mail.
anything in the The contract only states that we get the book.
We can take
Everything else is
anything
ours.
else we want in there, including the forces.
We'd be able to free.
Oh yeah, and at that point, I'm
Free the
gonna lean
slaves.
over to Jacques and open up the bag of holding so we can look down in it.
Persistence
there light
would have
in the
loved
bag of
those
holding?
silk.
Okay,
Hey.
that's perfectly fine then. Let's buy off the Duragar, get the dragon, free the slaves, and walk out here with more of an army than we ever thought we'd have.
Oh, there's also an ogre.
There's an.
We're not anywhere near a swamp.
It's in solitary.
Mm.
There's also and I'm of course gonna go through everything else between us and the book.
This certainly seems like we have quite a bit to work through.
Now,
This turned from getting the book to now we're going to just take everything that's not nailed down.
yes. So we go in, we buy off the Duragar, we then follow our good friend Foxface up to his office. He lets us in the back door. Then we're past the Beholder. We rush in, try to slaughter the noble before the Beholder gets there. Maybe bar the door. The Duragar, of course, free all the slaves. We kill the noble. Our good friend Foxface writes us a letter that all the slaves and the Duragar and the dragon can leave. We figure out how to get back past the Beholder, maybe through murder, and we all leave.
Isn't the noble a primordial
Oh, in
being?
your grand scheme of taking everything, the Beholder isn't a part of it?
Hopefully not. Never really liked that.
You don't wish to try to buy off the Beholder? Or are we just done with Aberrant?
I think we're done with aberrants. I think I've learned my lesson with
We've-
tentacles.
I am proud of you that I commend, and let's get this shit underway.
What's wrong with What is wrong with aberrations?
Though, Mr. Fancy Pants Nobleman, the Saint, guess who's made out of a lot of magic? That might even the playing field.
I'm gonna look over at her after that question and say, if you would love to speak with him, feel free.
Oh no,
I
I
won't-
would prefer to tear him to pieces. I'm just
if you would like to
curious.
do that, feel free. I have already lost hair to him today, and don't like when he looks at me.
Mm,
But feel free. Okay. Everyone clear on the plan? Don't tell the dragon Grozny's dead. Be nice to him.
Yes, don't tell the dragon Grozny's dead.
For how long?
Well, obviously he's not going to be going home with us. But we could possibly set him loose on the continent and just see how that goes. He's definitely too much of an idiot to start another kingdom or to
Out of
subjugate.
character, who killed Grozny? Was it
He
Well,
ain't dead yet.
characters killed
so-
Grozny?
Yeah, he's not canonically dead yet.
Yeah, the
Okay.
the first form who was ruling
Oh.
over the UDDC, he was czarified, but they didn't know there was another.
Yeah.
Sort of.
And then
I
we
wasn't
did
even
we
clear
did
on that.
kill
Forged in
one of his
secret.
sons, Grozny Jr. And
Somehow
I assume the
Grozny
one
The
here is
Master
Eric.
Grozny.
That's right. Yeah, it
remember
is
that.
Eric.
Alright.
And we also battled Tiffany and Ivanka are not in
One
Dula.
Grozny to rule them all.
Now, wasn't it
One Grozny to bind
Or was
them.
it was it Melania?
We were really
Yeah,
using
Melania
this
and
campaign for
Ivanka.
therapy that year.
we were?
He just kind of morphed into a metaphor for Donald Trump, and everybody just kind of went with it.
There's a
And
lot
I
of
was just
trauma we
like-
were working our way through.
This
It was
started as
2020.
communists taking down the czar, and suddenly it's us taking down Trump. All right,
Well,
I see the
I
parallel.
mean, I would never make the jump to compare, Trump to anything Russian. That would be a far stretch.
Oh
Right?
no. So I would say that we set him loose on the continent with some distaste of, the Empress.
If
Isn't
I had
there
a nickel
also-
for every time we set a dragon against the
Yes.
Empress, I'd have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot.
And it makes
But
me
it's-
wish that I had more nickels.
I was just thinking about making that same joke. I couldn't get it in there.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to convince him. We know more or less what the Empress is up to. That doesn't align with Grozny's plans. Could be doable.
We think Grozny is dead. We don't know that he's still alive.
Oh no, Elijah thinks he's dead.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. Also, no flying except for me, or he gets mad.
Isabella, puts her feet on the ground. They were hovering an inch above it, and she wobbles a bit because her legs are still too weak to stand. I might require assistance then.
Doug, you want to carry her?
Yeah, just get assistance until we get to the gate, and then he can pencil your name in here, and then I can hand this to you.
I would appreciate that. Uncle Doug, please. Alright. I actually have an Uncle Doug, so that's why that was too easy for me.
That's great. Okay, let's go buy off some
I'm
Durgar.
like, why did I say that?
That was very funny.
I
Uppies.
minor illusion, a laugh track in the background.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It feels like it's.
Okay. Let me go ahead and put your guys on the bridge then, because you're approaching.
Oh, and the spectral shape thing, that very quickly dissipated because I just took like a tiny sip. I didn't down the bottle.
Okay. Yeah, you're just going for the visual effect. I get you.
Exactly. I've got 19 vials of it, but,
You'll need them at the end of the game.
Exactly.
That's right.
If I don't have 86 healing potions at the end of the game, how do I know I can beat the final boss?
I mean, I used my first feather from the Maya session.
Oh, we're about to fight a primordial. I'm about to down a potion. But
Okay. So we'll move you guys over here. Here we go. And we'll move you to where you should be able to see. So the 6 of you. Yeah. And Elijah, that fog is still following you.
what? I didn't know this fog was a me thing.
Yep.
I can't see shit.
Oh, your token probably doesn't have vision.
Probably not.
Let me set up your vision. Hang on. You
Okay.
have
Do I have
vision.
any idea why there's a fog?
Do you have dark vision, Lev?
No, I'm human.
Okay.
The hovering is just flavor. Is
Okay. You should be able to see.
Yep, I can see now. Oh boy.
I have a
Big mouth.
white screen.
Hmm?
I will try to refresh. I have a white screen.
Oh no.
So do I know why there's a fog? Do I have any idea whatsoever?
If you kind of blink your eyes, you can see that you're only seeing it through your soul sight eye.
Oh, the fog's a soul thing. Okay, I'm gonna close my other eye and look around myself.
Your regular eye.
Yeah. Does that bring anything into focus?
No, it's still just foggy around you. But you do kind of notice some of the fog coalesces into the face of Niberius right next to you.
Oh.
You can see a hand materialize and he just goes, shh, and then fades back into the fog.
I'm gonna grin at him and kind of wink with that eye.
Does anyone
So you
else
just close your eyes.
Yep. Well, it's just a slow one-eyed blink, and with my other eye already closed, and then just
Yeah.
continue wandering on because there's nothing anyone can do about that.
Did anyone
Yep.
else smell a faint trace of Bear Glove deodorant by Old Spice? No. Okay.
No. Okay, but yeah, I'll take lead because obviously I'm greeting my friend.
So you approach the gates, and you hear a voice, a female voice, call out from atop the tower. It says, "Halt there, stranger! State your business."
Well, my business is inside, and I'm gonna hold up the letter of invitation.
She floats down from the tower.
I float up
Uh.
partway to meet her, also holding up my invitation to fly.
She takes both.
I have this. I have this authorization. I have this authorization to have this authorization.
Papers, please.
Forms filled out in triplicate. She stamps them both. You stamp them both. She pulls out another
Oh,
form.
fuck,
You both stamp it.
It's
You
it's an Iranese notary.
you do
Persistence
bureaucrat.
hard.
the bureaucrat greeting
Iranese
ritual.
Conrad.
Yeah,
But
Uranus
enough
Conrad.
of the pleasantries.
And she says, "Yes, looks all to be in order. You're here to see Neferon."
I am.
All right. Well, just a moment, sir. We'll open the gates. And
Thank
she
you.
flies back up
Open the gates.
to the wall,
Oh.
and then the gates slowly open.
Wait there, Weebs. Close the gates. Wait there, cool.
You can
Open
see
the gates a
Neferon
little bit.
is standing there waiting for you.
Close the gate.
And I'm gonna walk up to him and shake his hand and be like, "Oh, my old friend Neferon. Pleasure."
We just move up to
Elijah,
them.
good to see you again. And these are your friends you told me about.
They are indeed.
Excellent.
Can you pencil my good friend's name here on this list, Isabella, for the permission
For
to fly?
flying.
Yes.
Oh,
Doug,
yes, of
move
course.
me
Here, let me take
closer.
care
I
of
wish
that.
to pet his fur.
Also, can Isabella pet you?
He looks
Yeah.
at her and he says, "Yes, all right. That's fine." I get this all the time, actually. It's kind of weird. I don't know what has mortals so obsessed with me.
Float over.
It
Just
The
trust
movie
me.
called Utopia.
You'll find those who are obsessed with anything that isn't normal flesh. They find it very exotic.
pretty kitty.
Ah,
Pretty
I
kitty.
see.
Oh,
Really,
Yes.
you need to learn how to lean into it and use it to your advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Until you see people wearing gloves, like fur gloves. Then don't lean into it then.
Oh no. Well. Nobody's gonna be making me into a glove. Not again. All right. Well, shall I take you to my office?
Well, I think we'll stop by the barracks first. I have another friend to meet, I do believe.
Yes, I'll introduce you. Here, please come this way.
Christ.
Uh,
Is the
and-
dragon
Hmm?
that he's gonna introduce us to? Who's your other friend?
I don't know. We're heading
Yeah.
into the
Again,
barrack.
he heads over to this door here. And here, I'll move everybody else over. And then I'll move everybody inside all at once. Copy.
Get the sense I'm feeling copied.
No, no, no. Delete that.
Use the ability to believe.
Believe. I just wanted to read it.
Hmm?
Believe
Here's-
harder.
Lev isn't sure what belief is anymore.
No.
Did I? Oh, I did. Okay. Here, we'll put you in here. There we go. Oh, we don't want to reset because it's fine. It should be fine.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. That should do it. All right. Let me move you guys here to the interior. Bloop. There we go.
And now to find the interior.
Okay.
No, it's
Uh,
not
here,
this
let me-
way.
I'll move you guys. There you go. You should all be able to see.
Yeah.
Oh, and I should make this Isabella's default token as well while I'm at it.
Zoomed in the wrong. No. Yep.
There we go. Okay. So Nephron will go up to the door and open it. The two Durgar guards will see him and salute and watch you pass. He'll go up to this door and open it and keep going.
This is running so slow.
Or wait, was this? Oh no, this is the wrong door. I think this was. See. Yeah, so you don't go past the Durgar guards. Sorry. You actually come in over here. At this entrance. There you go. So that's where you guys come in.
Okay.
I'll move people this way. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so now we're in the right spot. And we'll close these. He says, yes, yes, come along. Keeps going. door. Comes over here. And knocks on this door. And a Duergar comes over and opens it and says, "What is it? Don't you know that we're having our evening drink?" Oh, Master Nephron, what brings you to our barracks? I'm here to see Theron. Is he in? Yeah, he's right over here. He's just having a little drink with us. Hey, Theron, Nephron wants to talk to you. Can it wait? We're just in the middle of a round of cards. No,
Eh.
I don't think so. I think it's urgent.
If it'll help, I can show them some card tricks.
Hmm.
Or provide a drink.
Or that.
Who's that? Did one of the slaves get out?
No. Are they seriously asking? I am Mingserev Pevi. I am an entertainer.
An entertainer. You're really splurging on the slaves now, huh? Huh, Nephron? Don't tell
Again,
me you bought him for us.
not a slave.
Yeah, sure. Here he is. We'll swap him out with the generic one. And Nephron will just look at him and say, Theron, these gentlemen have a proposal for you. I suggest that you consider it. All right, fine. And he glugs down the remainder of the beer in his stein and sits it down and wipes his mouth and comes out. What do you want?
Well, I was hoping I could talk to you alone in an office, if possible. If you'd like to bring a guard or two, I understand.
What is
Or
this?
four. A simple business proposition.
A business proposition?
Absolutely.
Here, we can go talk in the storeroom. That's close by. And he'll come over here and he'll open up this door. And him and Nephron will come in. And then he'll go over to this door and open it. And he'll come in and he'll sit on a box. Yeah, so there's boxes, barrels, and crates all throughout this chamber.
Okay.
And he just picks one and sits on it. He says, "So what was so urgent you had to take me away from my drinking time?"
Oh, I apologize. Minx, can you provide assistance in that matter?
What, more drink?
Of course, you always seem to have some.
This is true. But I don't have any of the weaker stuff. I just have the hard stuff. Is that amenable?
Oh, yeah.
He will bring out one of his bottles and peel off the wax seal on top and be like, "Now, just so you know, without the seal, you just have to drink the whole thing."
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Good. And he'll pour him some and some for himself.
Yep. He'll take it and he's just gonna chug it. What is it that you're giving him, by the way?
Well, I've been spending. Would he go with the vodka? He probably would. That's probably he's been hanging out. We were on the ship. There's Marines around, so yeah, it's probably some of the finest Draconitariat vodka.
Okay. He smacks his lips. He says, "Ah, now that burns good."
It's one of those things where sometimes it just feels so much cleaner than water, doesn't it?
It does, you know?
And I assume that's something you don't get too often here.
Water? Nah.
No, or vodka.
Well, we've got our own drinks that we make.
Fair enough. So I was wondering, are you happy with your current employment? Is he paying you enough?
He pays the bills, yeah.
Are you enjoying the work here?
I mean, it's fine. It's kind of
Okay.
hot.
And if someone hypothetically were to come along and offer you a cooler climate, more pay, your weight in vodka, would that insult you?
I mean, if you said you had a business proposition, I assumed it was something along those lines.
Good. I was quite hoping to put you, of course, yourself, and your entire force on retainer.
Hmm. That's gonna be a tall order.
Indeed.
Where are we? Oh God, where are we?
Deep.
Crap.
I am a lost child. I do not know where everyone else went.
I had down.
Follow the halls.
Just keep on following the halls? Okay.
And then we're up one of the doors.
So we could start with gold, of course. This storeroom probably holds a decent bit. Everything else in this keep. Weapons, armor, vodka. It could be quite a profitable decision for you.
Oh,
You're
sorry,
offering
this
us
storeroom-
this
to
one.
eat.
It's this one.
Why not?
I mean,
We're already inside the walls. The guards in the walls won't bother you. The dragon won't bother you. And everyone else is going to bother you is not going to shortly. If, of course, you accept our proposition. If not, we may just leave.
I see.
I'd hate to have to start a fight with you.
Of
I
course, that would be a
wouldn't want
shame.
that.
No need for bloodshed if we can avoid it, of course. Not if there's a good deal to be made.
And plenty of drink.
Aye. So, what exactly did you have in mind then?
Well, bare minimum, I would like to know your cost for you and all of your boys to take the day off. The more advanced option would be how much it would take you and all of your men to come back with us. We have a little rebellion going on against an absolutely horrid woman who, if she succeeds, are going to burn up several of the realms, if not all of them. And we don't really like the sound of that. So you could get involved with that, or take the day off. Of course, coming back with us would see to it that you have a steady flow of pay. Taking the day off means you could stay home, continue to be bored and drinking, with a keep. So
I see.
a good route in either direction. It's just a question of what you want.
Well, unfortunately, our contract doesn't really allow us to take days off whenever we want. So it wouldn't be good business to be breaking contracts willy-nilly here.
Of
Now,
course. What
if
exactly?
if our previous contract were to no longer be enforceable, perhaps because one of the parties happened to perish in an unrelated manner, then we would be open to future employment.
Very good. What exactly does your current contract state?
Well, we're in charge of all of the slaves. We could make sure that they keep working and that they don't escape. And we stop any prison breaks. Any fools who are trying to rescue them. Now, of course, that contract only holds so long as the person we made it with, the prince, is still around to enforce it.
Perfect. So you're not, say, beholden by your contract to run up into the prince's defense inside, far, far away from the slaves.
Oh no, absolutely not. There, it's not our responsibility to provide for his safety.
Lovely.
Is there anyone whose responsibility it is to provide for his safety?
Well, that would be the Eye, of course, and the Salamanders.
That.
And then he is also an Efreet. You know that, right? Like,
Yeah,
they're
we
a
are
noble Efreet at that. Like, they're no slouches.
we are aware of that bit. Yes.
Unfortunately,
Mhm.
Do you know
And
what the eye is?
the
it's a
Beholder?
beholder.
It's just a regular beholder.
I
Nothing.
mean, it
I
had a few
mean,
extra
As far
eyeballs.
as far as I'm aware.
okay, just curious.
It had a few extra eyeballs, and my magic eye got a little twitchy when it looked at me.
Okay. Good to know.
Okay, so we don't plan on freeing the slaves while your contract is active. You mind if I have a word with them real quick?
Hmm.
Not to
Well,
free them.
we don't have any protocol against visitors, not because we didn't. I don't think we really expected anybody to peaceably want to do that.
Yeah, just a quick
So
chat with them.
I don't see why not.
Perfect. I think you and I are going to be friends,
Hmm.
or at least wealthy partners.
Yes, I think that there's an opportunity here, as long as you don't die.
Oh, I have no intention of doing that, and
Yes.
trust me, I fought bigger.
Yes, and of course, if if the prince asked, none of this happened.
Oh, of course not. His trusted advisor will back you up on that. This conversation never happened.
Of
We went from the
course,
gate. We went from the great gate straight to his office.
that's right. In fact, we're on our way there now.
Absolutely. You don't really have to take us all the way to the slaves. Basically, what that would be is
Mhm.
me gathering any one of them that might be considered their leaders, or just a large majority of them. Be like, hey, here in a short while, you're going to hear a lot of noise. There may be some fightings, some explosions. Do not
Mhm.
consider that your time to rebel.
Okay. So you're basically going to tell them not to have a slave revolt.
Don't have a slave revolt. You will all
Not right
die.
now.
And if you wait 12 hours, we'll just give you a letter to walk out.
Let's see. Let's see. I had some characters for this. Here we go. So there's a pair of
I'll let Minx talk
Dragonborn.
to him. Minx, you're up. Keep your people
Dragonborn.
peaceable.
Pair Dragonborn, cool. What's his soul look like?
What's his soul look like?
The
Look,
first
it's Parth Agafanov.
what? Oh yeah.
Continue.
Um, let's see. I think their souls look like burning torches of a color corresponding to their dragon color.
That's some interesting sniper dragonborn art.
Yeah. And so you talk to them.
I like their shoes.
You have not hit level 12 yet, no.
Okay. I wasn't sure since I missed the end of the mind flayer if
Yeah.
that was enough.
Um, so you talk with them. They seem to be kind of the leaders of the prisoners, and they don't say this in front of like Neferon or the Duragar, but if you get a private moment to talk to them, and they're like, it's like, so you're telling us not to start a slave revolt when we specifically infiltrated this fortress to start a slave revolt. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, you were ordered to infiltrate this place?
God damn it, sleeper agents.
I mean they would be having this conversation in Draconic, which the others don't know.
Right.
I love that you've planted them here and like you had this whole plan. I'm just like, we'll just buy them off.
No, this is fine. There's a lot of moving parts here. I did not have a particular plan for how this would go, so I think buying off the guards is a great idea, and you have the
Yeah.
money to do it.
Minx will, kind of show them his Department of Propaganda
Uh-huh.
identification.
So I guess you're speaking in Draconic, so we can drop the accent.
Yes.
So they're just like, comrade, it's so good to see someone from the motherland. We've been stuck out here for months.
I didn't know anyone was even headed to this sort of operation. But of
Well,
course, we have so many things going because our motherland is so great that it makes
well,
sense.
yes. Well, comrade, it's actually not an official operation. We were rescued by some adventurers, and we took it upon ourselves to aid our comrades and try and bring people home.
Ah, I see. Well, still, this is a fortunate moment for all of us. At the moment, we're thinking we can. These mercenaries are so outrageously capitalist that we're just being given the opportunity to go kill their boss so they can take his stuff. Isn't it typical?
Typical capitalists.
I know.
Also, I'd like to note as a sidebar here, I have not yet agreed to pay this man. I'm letting him honor his contract. And he
Right.
doesn't know one of the storerooms is empty. Or mostly
Sure.
empty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, at the end of all this, we could just leave and let him figure that out.
Yeah.
Have you told Minx that you have raided the storeroom?
Yeah, outside.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
no, I showed
He showed
You
the
should-
party his spoils.
I
yeah.
showed the
Okay.
party what I had.
Okay.
I didn't say that I basically emptied it.
Got it. But yes, comrades, organize everyone and get them ready so that when we send the signal, everyone can make a quick and orderly withdrawal from this place. Unfortunately, your fighting days are not over. We will need your assistance shortly in a newly liberated territory. But this way should get much more of us out of here alive and in good spirits than if we actually have to kill all the guards.
Of course, comrade. We'll be ready when the time comes.
All right, excellent.
I assumed his accent went away because he was speaking Draconic.
That's
Yes,
right.
yeah. We mentioned that earlier. I'm sorry. Would you prefer that his draconic sound be more like this?
No, I'd like it to sound like Tim Silver. Sal, would you?
Ah,
No.
Ah,
The
I
workers.
do
The
have a
workers
Tim
must unite.
Silver-like, but I do sound a bit like a seafaring folk from time to time.
So we do have two options. Either try to jump the Efreet without him knowing we're doing it, because we can at least get in front of him and his salamanders, and have the risk of the beholder behind us, or we attack the beholder and give him time to prepare. Which do you think is better? As we walk up to the keep.
How
What's more dangerous
exactly?
to fight though, a beholder or an Efreet that's had prep time?
That's a good question.
Can we get past the beholder?
Yes, quite easily. The thing is, I don't know if we can stop it from following us.
It might be best to neutralize it then.
I have a question. Are we sure the I actually has a explicit contract to defend inside the prince's throne room?
No, we have no clue what the eye wants, what it does, or what it wants to do.
Are we allowed to talk to it?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Sounds like a bad idea, but I don't know.
Are we allowed to go? We have secured passage so that we have an audience with the prince. There.
Absolutely. I'm gonna look over at Nephron. Thoughts? You know this eye. Can it even speak?
Oh, it can speak. In fact, it speaks a little bit too much, perhaps. It likes to babble about things.
It likes to babble, you say?
Such as what
Oh, God.
things?
I mean,
I can see
I
the
don't know.
future.
Gohan grows up to be amazing and then doesn't do crap.
So what I am understanding is it's entirely fine for us to just talk to it, or at least me
I
even.
mean, Sure, as long as I'm here with escorting you, then it should at least not attack you, if not maybe not discuss with you.
But you said it talks a little too much. So what does it talk about?
It's constantly chattering about seeing things in the walls and the great destruction that's coming.
I
I
like
don't know,
this guy. Let's go meet
standard
him.
apocalypse stuff.
Is
Eh,
did he happen to ever mention time cancer?
that is what I was thinking.
Yeah, how did you know about that?
Okay, we
I
should
don't know
probably
what that
discuss
means.
this with the eye.
It's a thing.
You do not want to know. It will not help you sleep at night.
What is this guy?
I don't sleep at night.
It will make you sleep at night.
What? Hang on,
Whatever
I
you
need-
want to do, you won't be doing
I
that.
need to check something.
Knowledge of it will make you learn for a brief period of non-existence to not contemplate the looming issue.
Let's see.
Pretty kitty. I bet him.
He kind of grumbles a little bit as you pet him.
And this way, you could just move us straight to the eye room,
Okay.
have a discussion, maybe start a fight with the eye, and then that'll
Okay.
probably be session.
Byron's gonna go back to his drinks and just wait to see whatever happens. And then Isabella, where is Aerith is all the way back there. Okay. We'll bring her and the zombies along for the ride. Yeah, so you guys can talk to the eye, and then that'll be session.
Can
Yep.
we also
There
talk
are
to the hand?
There are 3 targets in the eye room. We may want to non-threateningly place ourselves amongst the room, just in case.
All right, here we go.
That might not be a good idea. Beholders are.
Well, the 2 salamanders are definitely completely friendly toward him, and therefore are going to fight us no matter what happens in this room. The beholder may or may not murder us. I don't know.
Before
but
we go
the fight
in,
will
Well,
start
I
this
make
room.
the suggestion that beholders are. I'm trying to remember the word. They're suspicious. They're paranoid. That's it. Paranoid. So it might be best for you not to hide yourself, or if you randomly show up, he'll be mad.
Oh, I won't be hiding.
Okay, good. You usually do that half the time.
before we visit the eye, Nepheron, are you aware of what his contract with the prince entails?
I am not privy to his contract. No.
Isabella, if you'd like to take lead on this one, feel free.
Okay. So as you walk into the room, both the eye and the salamanders turn to look at you. Seeing Nepheron
Salamander.
with you, they all, or the 2 salamanders relax. But the eye, you can feel his eye pass over you. Its anti-magic cone, cutting off your access to magic.
I continue to float through it unimpeded.
You continue to float through it, and he looks at you and he says, You have been touched by the tentacled ones.
I have been made greater into a weapon against oblivion.
Yes, I have heard of this,
What do you
just
know
as I
of-
predicted.
What do you know of the fate that is destined to befall this realm if action is not taken?
The destruction of everything has come.
Indeed, we wish to
Wheels
avert
within
it.
wheels,
We
cancers within cancers, time
God
loops.
damn it, no.
we have a path
Time-
forward to
time.
prevent this calamity. Would you assist us?
All right, now I got to figure out what his actual motivation is.
Hey, Arian, what's his soul look like?
What's his soul look like?
Well,
You know
Beholders are
the
usually self-serving,
his-
so.
I mean,
Yeah.
like self-preservation at its basest form. If all of existence unexists, he can't exist
That's right.
Yeah.
unless he's Lord
Oh.
Croak, but I don't think he is.
He see
Um,
out of game. I mean, beholders see themselves as like the pinnacle creature, the pinnacle life
Mhm.
form. So the interesting is like, how is that motivation working to him working for something he sees inferior?
Hmm. Yeah. Um,
Which would
I'm not
be, I
necessarily
mean,
inferior.
free.
I am a weapon. A weapon
No,
that he
I'm
recognized.
talking about. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the Ifrit.
yeah. So you look at his soul. You know those like mystery boards that have like the red string all over it. It looks like one of
So he's
those
a
wearing a tinfoil
his
hat.
his soul is a conspiracy
F.A.
board.
Sylvia.
Yeah,
Wait, is your
wearing a
name
tinfoil
Pepe
hat.
Sylvia?
Dang, he's not the beholder bureaucrat from Futurama. Guys, please don't tell them I was sleeping.
No. Um. So he looks at Isabella, and he says, "The destruction of everything is coming. Only those who will serve will survive."
Serve who?
The great dragon,
There are many great dragons.
the greatest of dragons.
Do I know which one? Like the two that come to mind are Tiamat and Bahamut.
Gra-
But
Yeah,
like
I mean, yeah.
one of the
and
two
Grozny.
gods or a different?
A new god, a new dragon god.
Hmm.
He has the plan. The wheels are turning. It will come to pass.
Elijah's
Out
sitting
of
there cleaning
character,
his
See
did
it.
Rex
fingernails.
become a dragon god?
Elijah's sitting there cleaning his fingernails. Sounds kind of like Elijah. Sorry,
Giolandi.
that's wrong name.
Giolandi?
Like,
Sounds kind of like
it
Giolandi.
sounds nothing like Elijah.
Sounds kind of
Eh.
like Giolandi.
Who's that?
Are
Hmm.
we sure it is not Tavarish?
It is, and it isn't.
Ah, da, right, because he is a we. We are the collective.
Hmm. You can see he's scanning each of you with his eyeballs. He's looking at each of you. He's calculating. He's thinking about it. He's like, I see a narrow path. You might be able to disrupt. Now the question: stop it here, or let you succeed?
It is your choice.
The Empress is a certainty. We are a question.
This is true. The future
Or
is
is it?
written, and yet it is not. Calculating the probabilities across multiple timelines is quite complex, even for a beholder.
Especially with cancer.
Might I suggest this? While our path forward has only a certain level of success to unend the unexistence of everything, you battling with us now has a much greater chance of your more quick unexistence. If you simply let us continue about what we are doing, you get to have basically the same level of success in the long run without anything changes, and a much greater chance of survival in the short run. Thus, more than tripling your odds of survival.
That math checks out.
So you go your way, we go our way.
You will go the way that we're always going to go.
That sounds good to me.
Cool. Nephron, will you guide us onto the audience chamber?
Certainly, right this way.
Of course, the salamanders looking at us, just
They're like-
confused as
They're
all
very confused
snot.
about all of this.
Jim, what just happened, Jim? I don't know, Bill. I'm really concerned
As-
here, man.
As I walk past the salamander on my side of the lava, I'm just gonna look at it very dead serious and go, "Cancers within cancers." Just whisper "cancers within cancers" at him and
He just-
continue
he just-
walking.
He furrows his brow
Moves
and
hands in a big circle.
shakes his head.
Moves
Just like,
hands in a big
what?
circle. Big wheel. big
Big
wheel.
wheel.
Big wheel. you hear the eye of the Ifrit behind you shouts, "Eureka! I've solved it."
I look at my shoulder. Care to share?
The ghost.
Yeah.
The ghost will be the key.
Oh, that's good to know. I appreciate it.
Not you though.
No, not me.
Yes, you're a vampire, not a ghost. Very different.
Not a ghost.
But
And
you will
this
be you will be ghostly. I know that's going
this-
to happen. I know how
Eventually.
that works.
And this mist around me, that's not the ghost you're referencing, correct?
No, different. That's an angel, not a ghost.
Good point.
Ooh.
I love that's the only reaction to hearing that there's an angel misting around me. Okay.
It's at a certain
that
point,
cool?
Isabel is just a nerd to the concept of, like, this saint is just going to be bothering us for the rest of time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Until we kill him, and we're not going to kill him yet, so.
Okay.
You haven't
Wait.
even tried.
Does the Beholder's anti-magic eye do anything to the mist?
It does not, because angels that aren't some extraplanar creatures that are not summoned don't blink out of existence in anti-magic fields.
But
It's
it doesn't
only
make
if
him
they are-
coalesce either.
It doesn't make him what?
Coalesce.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
good for
Um,
that idea.
All right. So you get escorted into the audience chamber, and I think that is a good place to call it because we'll probably have combat next session.
Yep. It's gonna be an
And
all hands
hopefully-
on deck.
Yeah. Will everybody be here next week?
I plan to be.
Yes, should be.
Cool.
And I was apparently the gravity collapse spell just causes a creature to be knocked prone, which means the Beholder, I can't just gravity crush him into the lava because he has hover.
Right.
I was looking that over, and I'm just like, I just want to just psychic slam
Just
him
want
into
to
the
shove
lava.
him into the lava.
I can do it with a
No.
different spell, but not with gravity collapse, and that's the one I wanted to use. Like,
Yeah.
So now that we're
He-
in this room,
He knew that. That's why he was floating over the lava.
He saw that
He looked-
eventuality.
He saw that eventuality. He's like, "No, that doesn't work. That's not how the rules of the game work." I
can see the
understand.
code.
I'm in a game. In order to survive, I have to act smart.
now that we're in this room, is
As
there any way
long
to
as
seal
they
this
have
door?
2 blood DK tanks, they can't beat me. That's a Dorimu joke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. God, that sucked.
Stop,
oh, yeah,
stop
sorry.
laughter.
There's like 3 people here who got that, and even then, it's shallow. Okay.
So is there any way to seal this door?
Let's see.
There you go.
God damn it.
So the salamanders follow you behind and bar the door.
Oh, so
Bastards.
they're in here with us.
Yeah.
Tim, Bill,
As is
get
Okay.
out of here.
And Aerith. Did
and
you
Doug.
stop the recording, or are we still recording?